So far, so far. Saludos. Let's see how long it lasts for. But we're here. We're here in the city of Espanola. City council meeting tonight. Starts at 6. Thank you guys for coming in. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for stepping in.
Yeah, same here.
I record 360.
Good, how are you? Oh, well, how are you, man? Who's this? Sorry.
What's up, guys?
Yeah, how was the fire? You guys say goodbye?
Damn, I do.
Because he said there was we called you I said the oil was on his house. Yeah, insurance takes forever. That's what they probably already hours. I wanted to call you, but that's okay. How they call? I sent the service to Thousand House. And they did go through it. Because I told him to call you.
Thank you all for coming in. Appreciate it.
The babies.
Thank you guys for every single one of you that are here.
signed in as Karen.
Did you? Yeah, you can. You can make up whatever name you want, bro. Whatever name you want. That doesn't really mean. That doesn't really. You can make up a name. You can put Mickey Mouse or Minnie Mouse or whatever. I will. I will. I will do that. I will do that. I'll send your regards, James.
Sam! Dude, man, that was such a big ass. Let me tell you, man, I literally was like, at the end of the night, I looked at the tally, and then it was so funny because when I go to the window, there you were. And I went, Sam, you weren't here. At least you did. I don't know about anyone else.
Yeah, La Jolla took at least like half an hour.
And then of course everybody's texting me, going, all the city council members. "Yes, we know you're working." I'm like, I just can't seriously. I'm like, but I'm driving over to the fire department right now because I want to see the numbers. I didn't work this for nothing. Watch this guy, he's shady as shit. Don't let his looks fool you, man. He's a boss. Dude, somebody tried to get into that house the other day. Did I tell you about that? Yeah.
Oh, which one?
The one that's all boarded up, man.
Oh.
Causing any issues.
Why?
And then,
This is where I do my piano at.
and I'm like, I'm trying to buy it, and they just couldn't get this plywood board up.
I'm not gonna comment.
No?
Actually,
Why?
because I'm unprepared.
Just speak what's on your mind.
Just say what's on my mind. I don't think they want to hear what's on my mind.
Did I tell you about the guy shitting behind my neighbor's trailer? Walked behind my neighbor's trailer, rolled his shopping cart over there. And literally, I caught him squatting. Fuck you doing? He's like, mind your own fucking business. I says, this is my business. Hey, Denise, did you see my car? I didn't see it. What the heck?
That's a city councilor.
My car?
Look who's here, James. Look who's here. Our #1 supporter, bro. I guess Miss Piggy. Oh, that's Denise, bro. That's Denise. There goes. Point of order. Point of order. There, look. See that guy there, James? That guy right there? That's Charles Rennick. That's a city attorney right there. That's the one that Blair Dunn's gonna go after.
Yeah, the first thing I told him is, what's the court case, man? Just get up there.
Oh, yeah. I wanted to pass these around. This is gonna be fun. I want to Send it to you almost every day.
Hey, hey, James Freeman says hi. Grande Johnson, he's right there. Tell Grande Johnson hi. Look, James, that's Denise. She's one of the council members. Look, James, here comes Peggy. Grande Johnson. Good, how are you, man?
Don't they all wish?
You can sit there, bro, if you want. She's been out of water since she's got here, bro. No. Look, James. Look, guys, and this guy right here, that's next to Charles Rennick.
I handed these out to every city council member.
That's the mayor. This little guy right here is the mayor.
Did I? Yeah.
That's John Ramon Vigil. He's the mayor.
Hi, Sophia.
Oh, nice to meet you. Thanks for being with us. Hey, oh, it's nice to meet you guys. Thank you so much. Sophia, so thank you. So I tell you, I'm with the, I used to do that, you know, with the health.
Look, there's James. Look, there's Eric.
And I'm with the National Latino Vehicle Health.
Look, there goes Eric. That's the city manager.
The Latino.
So I made sure.
That's a good little crowd.
There's way too many people here.
Do you want us to speak
I'm
up?
moving up front. Yeah, I'm gonna move up. Oh, yeah. Mike Foster.
Everybody.
Yeah, I do a content life skill.
Cynthia might know, 'cause I think
I've been there almost 9 years. Then I'm a hospital. Bernadette's executive director.
you didn't respond to my text, so I guess we're not talking.
You guys were on my list.
I asked you, I said, did you get his phone
Yeah,
number?
that's probably that. Can you ever see how to get out?
Hey, Dennis, I left you a picture.
That's the best thing. None of us have
Sometimes it's crazy.
Brenda, James says hi. Tell James hi. Look, James. There's Brenda, the lady that hung up on you. Oh yeah, look. There's Eric walking by all canyoed out, all mad.
Ayan ang committed.
He's a Raiders fan. Oh, there's Brenda. Look, there's Brenda. That's the lady that hung up on you, James.
Kinda, just one that nobody said.
I don't.
Manny tried to get a babysitter.
Try to get what?
A babysitter.
Oh, so you can be here tonight?
It's his last. It'd be his last meeting. April 1st, everybody gets to meet.
Oh, yeah. Let the clown show continue.
We're ready.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us this evening.
Thank you guys for joining
Regular meeting
us.
of the month for March of the Espanola City Council. Thank you for joining us this evening. Would you all please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? Councilor Benavides will lead us in invocation this evening.
Heavenly Father, we come before you tonight and we ask for your blessings on our community, especially our seniors, our veterans, and those less fortunate. I ask you to bless this council, our mayor, our city employees, our city manager, and please guide us to do the decisions that are in the best interest of our community. In your name, Lord, tonight we pray.
Amen. Thank you, members of the governing body, for joining us. Ms. Garcia, would you please call the roll?
Mayor Pro Tem Peggy Sue Martinez. Dennis Tim Salazar.
Present.
Justin Salazar Torres.
Present.
Manuel J. Martinez.
Present.
Denise D. Benavides. Dorothy D. Valdez. Aaron J. Salazar.
Present.
Nanette D. Rodriguez. Present. We have a quorum.
Thank you to the members of the governing body for being here this evening. Everyone is here. Members of the governing body, you have before you the agenda for this evening.
Motion to approve as presented.
Motion to approve the agenda as presented, Mayor Pro Tem Peggy Sue Martinez. Second by Councilor Denise Benavides. Is there any discussion? There being no discussion, we're going to move forward with adopting the agenda with no additions or subtractions. A consent agenda. You have the consent agenda before you, folks. You have the meeting minutes for January 9th, 2024, February 13th, 2024. I heard a motion to approve by Councilor Manny Martinez. Second by Mayor Pro Tem Peggy Sue Martinez. There's no discussion, a consent agenda. Is there any opposition? There being none, we're going to adopt the consent agenda as presented. Public comment this evening. Public comment is limited to 2 minutes. This evening, Ms. Garcia.
First up is Bethany. She asked me to say Karen Bradley.
So I just wanted to take a quick minute before I speak on everything. Everybody knows who Scooter is, Scooter the Wonder Dog. Unfortunately, we lost Scooter on Sunday night. So yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know that Scooter was a big part of Espanola. We all know. The dog who was abused came back fighting after they gave him 2 fentanyl pills trying to kill him. Always had a smile on his face. He was a true phoenix of Espanola and a true tribute to what happens through Espanola, humane and the amazing things that they did and that we have done. Okay, you can start the time now. Before you is a photo. That is behind my house. Yes, this has been ongoing I have emailed zoning and planning since, I think it was 10/9 of last year. This has been ongoing. There was a young lady who decided to make her own apartment behind our house. The chief here actually came and took some photos of it. She broke into one of the green boxes to steal electricity. That mess has been this year. I have sent multiple emails to planning and zoning. I have spoken to Rebecca numerous times. I was told that there is nobody who can clean it up. Idea, we have all these homeless people that you guys decided to place behind cooks. Hey, why can't they come out there and clean? I mean, bring a dumpster along. That is a fire hazard going on behind my house, and we all know once one starts, they all start. So, I'm bringing this now to you. You have physical proof. That is what I see every single morning I step out my door. I have been complaining about this since 10/9. This is ridiculous. Let's get it taken care of. Obviously, I remember you guys passing something about like cleaning it up and finding the owners and all this other stuff. What happened? Because I know I've mentioned it to Denise, to Nanette, and to Eric, and everybody on the city council. So I would really like to see that cleaned up before it becomes a fight.
Thank you, Bethany.
What a fire outfit.
Alex Suazo.
Good evening, John Wickersham, City of Espanola, Assistant Fire Chief. I'm here with the Union President and Fire Chief Johnny Martinez. We want to recognize the 3 counselors that are going out this next. This is the second. They have 2 more meetings. This one is the next one. So we just wanted to thank one more. We wanted to thank them for supporting the fire department, for always being there for the fire department. Dennis Tim Salazar, you've been instrumental. Every time that we have something, anything we do, you're there to support us. Any event, you're out there with us. Maddie Martinez, the same thing. Dorothy Valdez, you guys have been there every step of the way, and we just want to thank you from the bottom of our heart for being the counselor that you guys are and for supporting the public safety and the fire department. We're going to turn it over to Union President Alex Suazo. We have some gifts for you as well. Chief Martinez.
Yeah, just like Assistant Chief Wickersham said, you know, as we're all aware, 3 of our current counselors, Dennis Tim Salazar, Manny Martinez, and Didi Valdez, will not be in council next month. They have each been supportive of our department and union in various ways. While it's saddening to see such great leadership depart, we're excited for whatever they pursue in the future. In recognition of their years of support, our union wants to express gratitude with a small token of appreciation for each counselor. We prepared a certificate of appreciation, a union challenge point, and a gift certificate to local restaurants for each of them. This gesture serves to remind them of a significant impact they've had on our department and union. So thank you guys for everything you guys have done during your time as a counselor.
I hope it's Desiree A. Bustos. just gonna make a few brief comments on my own opinion, my own personal, evidence-based methods that I've seen as of lately regarding our encampment. I know this will be discussed later on in the afternoon as well, but, so we're certified peer support workers. If any of you guys don't know, we're individuals with lived experience. We're in long-term recovery from alcohol, substance use, and mental health disorders. I know there's a lot of us in the room tonight that have been advocating for change, encouraging individuals of change. You know, we've kind of been a group of individuals with boots on the ground for this encampment. And I just want to kind of throw out there some things that you guys may not be able to see, you know, unless you're down there for your own selves. You know, we've kind of been going and visiting daily. We've been able to take different items to these individuals, food, hygiene, encouraging them to get in any type of medical services that they may need. Myself and a few other certified peer support workers were able to get a few individuals into detox facilities. We've got one housing, we've gotten a few into medical services. So I just want to kind of throw out there, you know, there's good evidence behind supporting each other. You know, I don't want to say these people or kind of single anyone out, but just kind of showing you guys the proof behind encouraging other people, checking in on them, being consistent, coming up with a long-term plan. Because I think what we have been doing has shown good evidence that it is working. So I want to thank you guys for all your help that you guys have been providing to us.
James,
and
if you're still
hopefully
here,
it'll
you
continue
might
for
want to
the long
call
run.
Jerry because I might get
Thank you
arrested,
guys.
bro.
Rob Vigil.
Thank you all for having me again as a quarterly check-in with the Espanola Pathway Shelter. Again, my program is the Pathway Village.
I'm gonna drop some
recovery housing program
F-bombs.
Located on 445 North Riverside Drive. Really, there's no updates. We're awaiting what's going to happen with our renovation project. And as soon as we are aware of when that starts, we would love all of you to be able to attend the groundbreaking for that. Right now, we have 5 clients, but more recently, we were able to take a client from the tent city at the shelter, house him there, and get him into treatment. And that took a while, and as Desiree so eloquently put it, boots on the ground is what's required. And getting people into treatment is a process. It doesn't happen overnight and with a magic wand. There's a lot of follow-up and follow-through that has to happen. And once that process happens, we can do a warm handoff with these clients into a treatment facility. And I truly believe with either the encampment or what we have at the shelter, the only way we're gonna make a dent in what's happening over there is one client at a time. And with that, using all wraparound services that are available, whether it's in Espanola or outside of Espanola, to get people placed where they need to be. And some of that may be some out-of-the-box thinking in terms of what we're trying to do with these clients. But they're here, and we have to deal with it. That's what we face every single day. That we show up to work. And the CPSWs and the people that are here to work with these folks are racking their brains collectively, trying to see what we can do to this problem. But it's not going to go away anytime soon. And we need to have a team approach to what we're doing with this. And this includes partnering with you all, City of Espanola, to
Thank
make
you,
sure
Rob.
that we can do that. Thank you very much.
Forgive me for this one, I think it says Sitlo, I know it's not Sisto. Sitlo, Acme, the end says RA/HA HHS, maybe an Andrew. I don't know who wrote this.
It is. Yep.
I don't,
Sixto, you didn't have to sign it because you guys are giving.
Yeah, if you're here to speak as part of the presentation later on for business visitors, it was not required for you to sign in for public comment.
In that case, Stephen,
Well, of course, but it's a duplication of, yeah.
Stephen,
Yeah, we're gonna cut straight to the bullshit here. Eric, you're a fucking coward, bro. The way you intimidate people that don't even work for the city, the way you degrade people, you're the scum of the bucket, is what you are. Real bad. That's sad, how you treat people that don't even work for the city. You want respect, you earn respect. Mazel, in the state of New Mexico, you've been in law enforcement for about 29 years or so. You know, in the state of New Mexico, it's not a stop and ID state, correct? You can't go and harass the homeless people and ask them for their ID if they can commit a crime. You can't go onto private property and abuse your power because you're law enforcement or you work for the city. That's not how it works. And every one of you should know that. If there's a crime committed, that's when you present ID. Well, you don't over there just because you have a power, you can power trip and treat people how you ever want to be treated. It's not how this society works. There's a difference between public property and private property. You guys should know what the fuck the difference is. You guys have been in this business for many years. I would have been in this for a couple of years. You're lucky you're in the city and running the things the way that you guys are running. But by the end of this year, I'll make sure every single one of you guys that are sitting on that podium that are representing the city will be in silver bracelets by the end of the year for the crime that you guys have committed and continue to commit. You can laugh all you want, you can roll your eyes, you can babble, you can do whatever you want. But just so you know, when you guys do public, when you guys on government time, whatever you guys do on government time, is considered a public record. You should know that, Charles. You're the city attorney. You know about that.
thank you.
This shit's
Stephen.
not over.
Cynthia Manchini,
Laugh, bro. Yeah, look what the mayor did, bro.
Kind of hard to follow that up. I'll do my best. My name is Cynthia Lentini. I am a resident of the city of Espanola. I live on Coronado Avenue. I'm also here as the Housing Action Team Lead for the 100% Rio Arriba Community Health Council. One of the questions that came up in our meeting last night, and I wish we had had some city government representation, or perhaps you, city manager, you were certainly invited. One of the questions that we have is, what is happening with the encampment? There's a lot of talk going around
Look at the mayor, look at the mayor. Pay
the
attention
city
to the
will be
mayor.
vacating that on April 2nd.
Pay attention to the
What
mayor.
we are
Look
trying
at
to do
Eric,
as
the
a
mayor, the
collective
city manager.
is pool our resources
And the mayor's
so that we
guy
can
in the blue.
maximize the
That's by those
benefit of
those
the minimal resources that come into our community. We are here to help. Whether we like one another or not, doesn't matter. We need to come to the table and work together. So that's what I'm here to ask of each and every one of you. Help us to help you, to help our community. These unsheltered individuals, they're not strangers. They're not from somewhere else. They didn't get dragged here. They didn't choose Espanola because of our fabulous homeless shelter. They're here because they're from the valley. A majority of them are from the valley. The woman that recently died in the tent encampment when it was located behind Walmart was from Alcalde. These are our community members. So let's set aside the egos, the differences. Let's work together. Because it's gonna take all of us. We're making stone soup, ladies and gentlemen, and every single one of us has an ingredient to put in. Every single person that's here has offered something of value to address this problem. whether they're bringing supplies to the unsheltered, whether we're talking with others about properties that may be used after the city vacates the property by the river. It's time for us to work together, so let's make that attempt. There's nothing wrong with accountability, so let's not use that as a dirty word anymore. Thank you.
Lastly, Sam Ledoux.
Welcome.
Mayor and councilors, I just wanted to say that it makes me really happy to see that the city is taking steps to address the homeless problem by creating a homeless task force. And I was really encouraged to see that. One thing I hope that we can see out of this task force is some sort of effort to get the demographics of the homeless population in the city. I think that the best way to move forward in crafting legislation and trying to figure out how we can address some of the issues with this population is to have the most accurate count possible of who these people are, their age, their gender, and where they are originally from. When we have that information, it'll make it easier to make decisions on this issue, and also to try to figure out what kind of services they need. Elderly population needs different services than children, and figuring that out, trying to gauge the exact number of the population would be good. I spoke to the 100% Rio Riba last night, and I hope that you all can partner with them as well as Santa Fe County, Rio Riba County, and maybe a research facility like UNM to try to get the most accurate number possible. Obviously, we're going to need folks who these people trust to get that information, and doing that will, I think, allow you guys to have the most successful task force possible. So I hope you look into that. Thank you.
That's it, Mayor.
Thank you. Thank you to all the members of the public who signed in for public comment this evening. Visitors, Greenville County Health and Human Services and Espanola Pathway Shelter encampment discussion.
I'm a little nervous, my first time doing this, but my name's Sixto Aguirre, and you guys already met Nez. This is Angelique, she's from encampment by the river. Andrea and Maya. Andrea's with the county and Maya's with the shelter. We brought Angelique here to speak, about the encampment. But I would just like to say, I have lived experience also on the CPSW, like Des was sharing earlier. I've been using substances since I was 10 years old. Started injecting when I was 14. So these are my people, right, that I'm trying to help. When I got clean and sober, I wanted to help out my gente here in Espanola, right, in Rio Riba County. I could have went and worked in Santa Fe or Albuquerque, right? They pay more, but I work here for Judge Gideon. Because, like I said, these are my gente, and I want to help out my community. I care about everybody, right? And this is what I want to help out them. And I've never been in support of city people or Rio Riba County people or cops or like that, right? When I got clean and sober, I support the individual on the actions they make, And I shared this with the city manager the other day, that when I first got invited, with this task force, Dr. Dodsley, my director, asked me to step in for him because he couldn't attend these meetings. So when we were discussing this whole, I shared with the city manager, the homeless ain't going away, addiction ain't going away, So I suggested, if possible, if there could be some kind of encampment, a place for them where they won't get harassed by individuals, by whoever, it doesn't matter, you know? Just not them getting harassed. And one thing I really liked, the city manager, he looked at, I guess somebody that works with you guys, right? And said, hey, you know what? Let's try to find them something, you know? Right then and there, that made me feel like really positive about him, right? Like he would actually care about these individuals, you know, my people, right? So, you know, I was very happy about that. You know, I know it got pushed right away. We weren't able to, I know the city wanted to kind of clean it up a little bit better, you know, for them, and this and that. But, you know, that, what, you know, I know one of the pueblos stepped in and, you know, we kicked them out, so we had to place them into the encampment by the river really fast. I just want to share that we've accomplished so much within, I think it's already been 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks, right? Case managers like myself, Des, Andrea, Katrina, you know, we're all going down there, you know, every day. I go down there every day. I even go down there on the weekends just to check in on them, you know? But I go down there because these individuals, they need life skills, and that's what us case managers are doing, you know? And we're giving them resources, you know? I took an individual to detox this Monday. We didn't force it on him, you know, we can't force our way, we can't parse our way out of this, you know, problems. So this individual just came up to me and said, Sixto, you know what, I would like to go to detox, you know? And then other people came up to Des, I want to get on MAT. You guys don't know what MAT is, it's medical assistant treatment, you know, methadone, Suboxone, things like that. So just by us having them in a place where resources, just like how Rob was saying, you know, wraparound services. I know this is temporary, you know, and I'm really happy that you guys are trying something new, you know. I just feel that if we continue this, if you guys could really, you know, find it in you guys' hearts, you know, to care about these individuals, you know, they're human beings. They deserve to be treated well. Like I say all the time, just because we don't believe or the way they're living their life, we shouldn't treat them any different, and we should really try to help them. And what we're doing right now is working, you know, and I really believe that if we continue this, if you guys could find a permanent spot for them, that it'll benefit the whole community. I know you guys are getting, you know, everybody, you know, negative people about the encampment and this and that, you know. But in the long run, if we continue this, I truly believe we'll succeed where Santa Fe and Albuquerque or other big cities won't succeed, you know. So I'm just really asking if you guys could really consider that, you know. These are our people, guys. The city manager knows, the mayor knows. They've been down there and they've talked to these individuals. These are our gente, right? They might not be from Espanola, but they're from the Pueblos, you know, they're from Rio Riva County. You know, there might be a few that aren't, but it doesn't matter, they're still human beings and they're here now, you know? And trust me, there's not that many of them either that are from out of town. The majority of them are our gente from here, you know? So just really hope that you guys could really consider this. You know, the county has purchased a porta potty. You know, we're only able to purchase one, but you know, that's a start. You know, they have sharps containers there. They're keeping it clean. If individuals, and like I share with everybody that's complaining about it, if they actually go down there in the encampment, they're keeping it clean. There's no syringes, you know, being thrown on the ground. You know, Des goes and gets harm reduction items for them because we're trying to keep them alive, you know, so that they don't overdose, so they don't die, you know. So I think that's all I have to, you know, say. I'm a little nervous. I'm not sure if anybody else on the team wants to speak. Probably Maya. And then after, we have Angelique here that's actually, she stays there at the encampment, and I want you guys to hear from them also.
Alright, so hi, I've been here before, so know me. I'm Maya Byrne, I'm the program director at the Pathway Shelter. I love the camp, I really do.
So true.
However, if we are going to make it permanent, the city needs to contribute to it a little bit more. We need a bigger space first. We need showers, we need permanent solutions, but most importantly, we need a bigger space. Because the only unhoused people are not just the encampment over there. I still have 47 tents, plus 12 people inside, and they're not able to go to the camp because it's too small. We need a bigger space. The camp is coming to us for showers, which puts a huge strain on our services as well. So we definitely need help and collaboration if this is going to be permanent, which I hope it is.
I'm Andrea Lucero. I've been working with the county now for about 5 months. I can tell you that my experience has been positive, it's been challenging, but it's what I wanted to do for a long time, is to continue to serve the community in any capacity that I can. I know each of you individually as people, family, as friends for a long time, and the people that are sitting here today, and I can tell you that we're all connected in one way or another. My opportunity to work with these individuals have been so humbling, and I've been greatly blessed and abundantly blessed just to work with them, to get to know their stories. And I can tell you that addiction does not discriminate. It could be any one of us, and it happens. And what I see every single day when we're working with these individuals is that they do want the help, they do want the consistency, and they do want the follow through. There might be a few that it takes time, but I witnessed myself that it's been amazing to see somebody say, you know what, I want treatment. And it happens, and there's these success stories every single day with the consistency of us being there and showing up for them. And for me, that is, it's an amazing opportunity for me to be able to work among these people. And I just want to ask that we have more time to continue in a permanent place so we can continue to do what we're doing. And this is Angelique.
Where do I start? So basically, like, I really appreciate this new encampment that we have down there. Like, it's really helped out a lot. Like, my mom's not a spring chicken anymore, so it's kind of hard to have to get her up and move her, and cause I do have my mom with me, and like, it's not easy to like have to pack everything up and keep moving every so often whenever we get kicked out of a different place, you know what I mean? Like, and everybody that's there at the encampment, they're not just my friends, they're my family too. Like, we all look out for each other, we all take care of each other. Like, we don't do fucked up things to each other. We don't, like, we look out for each other, we take care of each other, we don't steal from each other, nothing like that. Like, this is basically like all that we've needed this whole time, is just somewhere where we can go where we have help. Like the help that we've been getting lately is like really like a blessing, because like before, like, it was never, we would never get anything at all. And like these ones that come out to the encampment every day, like, they're not just caseworkers to us anymore, they're like our friends, you know what I mean? Like, and I think that, I don't know, I just think this place is really good. It's really good for us, and we want more permanent place too. Like, I know there's been talk that it's only gonna be till April or something like that, but I don't know, it'd be nice to have something more permanent and more resources as well, like the showers and stuff like that. That would really help out a lot. It's just not easy, like everybody says, like, we're people too, you know what I mean? Like, just because we chose to do things or whatever, like, doesn't mean that we're bad people, you know? Like, we deserve to be helped too, just like everybody else does, you know what I mean? Like,
It's your friend.
we all want it. Everybody down there at the encampment wants it, so. Yeah.
So Angelique is an amazing mama of the camp. She looks out for everybody. She does home care. She makes sure people are just staying on top of it. She's one of the, I call her the dead moms, that goes around and keeps everyone in check. So, this is something that I've got noticed that somebody is, taking charge and looking out after one another. And it's actually, I encourage you guys to go take a walk, to just visit, get to know these individuals, because once you do, you guys are gonna be as passionate about finding a permanent place for them and continuing to support those resources for them.
Just like earlier, I think Cynthia had shared this, right? And I shared it at our meetings too. Whatever different, like I said, I've had plenty of differences from, city people, county people, cops. And that's one thing I want to share too. Now at the encampment, you should see a lot of people are saying the cops aren't harassing us like they used to and all that. So that's a positive thing too. Yes, and we let them know the cops are gonna go down there if there's a crime committed, but they're not gonna go down here and harass you. And a lot of them have shared that they haven't been going down there just to harass them. Yes, they go and look for an individual. Like this morning, a sheriff came while I was down there talking with an individual there, right? He went down there and was just asking, hey, have you seen this guy, this and that, So I think it's positive, and a lot of these individuals at the cabinet are seeing a positive too, that the cops aren't harassing them just to harass them, But like I've shared at the meetings, it can't just be the city, right? It has to be the county, it has to be the surrounding pueblos, and all the other, resources that we have here, the shelter, Inside Out, anybody that wants to help out, Santa Fe also, we all need to come together, and like I've shared, we need to put our differences aside, and come together, because if not, it's gonna just continue to get worse, and it's gonna get out of hand like some of these other bigger cities. I really think that we could make a difference. Like I said, I believe in our people. That if we could all come together, that we could succeed where they failed. Because we're not as big as Santa Fe. We're not as big as Albuquerque and this and that. We do have a lot of homeless individuals, but not as much as they do. So I really think that a permanent encampment. And I understand that it can't be right away, let's build them little casitas or whatever, right? But we could start off at least finding that permanent spot. And yes, tent city for a little bit. Then later on, we can move to building little, out of pallets, I don't know, things like that. We could all work together and come up with something, get ideas, what other cities are doing, and let's succeed. But, yeah, I don't know.
I'll make a final comment. I think it shows a lot this afternoon that all of us sitting here together at this table, and these other individuals in the audience, we're all from different facilities. We all work together in some way to help our community. We're showing up, we're putting our boots on the ground, but it can't be just us. We need some help, we need some support. They deserve a safe place for us to head that way. And hot meal, that's all they're asking for. We went down there plenty of times and never asked us for anything but resources, services that we offer, and a safe place to stay. So I think if all of us can come together, how we have been, and continue providing these resources, we're gonna continue doing it. I can speak on my own behalf. I will continue going down there. I volunteer my time to go down there. I know some of these individuals as well. So if we can find a future goal, future plan, I can say on my behalf, I will continue providing services that have happened. So.
From the council have any questions? Councilor Benavides.
Thank you, Mayor. I don't have any questions per se, but I think the one thing that was left out that happens when you get these individuals together like that, it's hope. That's what it is, right? It's hope. And Sisto and I are trying desperately to house an individual, and hopefully we can soon. It takes time, right? We wish it happened overnight, but it just doesn't work that way. And hopefully we can house more than one. It's gonna take some time, but I think that we can. Do I think that particular area is the correct area for it? I don't. I really don't. I think that if it's gonna be done, it needs to be done correctly, right? Because if it's done in a more correct, more professional way, then we can go after the services that, you know, we need to be able to provide them, right? And I think it's also safety, right? It's safety for the individuals. And I haven't gone down there per se yet. I drove by there last night, but it was too dark. But now that it's lighter, I will. I'll make Cecil meet me there, so you know, he can show me around. But I think, you guys, if we do it in the proper way, no other one honestly has been able to do it successfully, but one that I know of. There's a church in Santa Fe with an interesting concept that's happening currently, and there's a group in Albuquerque. I'm sending one of my employees to do what they are looking to do as far as the housing for the provider. The church in Santa Fe is kind of doing like a seafood style, but they have heat and they fit a bed and certain things, right? It's very difficult to see individuals in the situation that they're in and hurting, right? Because they are hurting. And I can definitely relate when Cisco said, you know, when I did everything I could, right, to assist as many as I could when the Santa Clara apartments were shut down. They do become your friends. They become, it's hard to explain. It's hard to explain, but I don't want to say you become one of them, but you absolutely understand, right? And until you're in the situation and working together with them. And I commend DC Rippersham over there who's sitting in the back for calling me saying, I have somebody over here, I'm at the camp, they need help with housing, and you know, whatever I can help with, and especially if it's in housing, if I can get somebody housed, I get somebody housed, right? It's what I do, and again, I do it on my own time too. However, now I do have more resources, and I did have a conversation a little bit before the meeting with Cynthia that unfortunately Santa Fe County, neither one, Jennifer or myself are available for Thursday's meeting, but at some point, hopefully we'll be able to send somebody to Thursday's meeting, but again, guys, I think, you know, it needs to be done the proper way, right? And I commend everybody who's out there volunteering because it does promote that hope to the people that are in the encampment. You know, it's sad for me to hear that your mother's there with you, but I know that she's where you need her to be so that you can care for her. But it's also sad that there's not all the resources that we need, right? I mean, you have a mother in a homeless camp and a daughter and just everybody else that's out there, seniors, you know, it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. And it's not about them being addicts, right? Because for me, everybody has their issues, right? But it's about who you are at heart, right? And it's about what you want to do and what you choose to do. And I think if individuals make the choice to change, I think they deserve the assistance that they deserve to make that change, right? And so I think that they should get it. I really do. I do agree with Sam that, you know, it should be done the proper way as well. The individuals should, you know, we should be able to track everybody so that, you know, those services will be provided on that one-on-one basis as well. So for me, you guys, I'm here to support and to assist as much as I can. I do think it needs to be done the proper way, right? So I think if anybody's going to collaborate, and I think everybody be willing to collaborate, it needs to be done the proper way. I do know that the shelter's getting their new ED, their new executive director on April 1st. We're already prepared to set a meeting with her, Rob, so that we can get that construction funding flowing so that, you know, the hotel can get additional services to people who need it. So hopefully that'll happen. When Dina comes on board, there's a list for her already. So I think there'll be some help there. For me, she still has my number. You call me, right? Check me. Thank you.
Mayor Pro Tem Sue Martinez.
Thank you, Mayor. First of all, congratulations to those of you that are here and clean and sober. I know it's a long, hard road back, and you beat the odds to be here and be clean and to be able to have the ability to speak to that, to speak to somebody, to provide that hope and it be real hope. So thank you for that. The rest of you, Andrea, thank you for the work you do, and Maya, you also. I do have concerns about comments from Pathway House. I realize we're getting a new director soon, but, you said there's 47 people in the parking lot with them?
Yeah.
That's very concerning also to me. I'm wondering if those 47 people have also received the care that the people at the encampment have received.
We do the best we can, but like I said, we are short-staffed and there's a lot of people. There are significantly more people in our care than at the camp. And we are now taking on some of the responsibility of the camp, bringing down supplies, showers. So they are getting great care. I mean, I've named each and every single person on that porch and where they are in their goal plan and how they're doing getting to be housed. When they'll maybe be ready, when their next appointment is. And I think Rob can do the same thing for his guys. I think any of my staff can name every client and where they're at. So they're getting good care. But we need help. We need a lot of help. There's a lot of people. A lot.
So, I remember that you talked about the possibility of a social worker.
So hold on, Mr. Lujan's gonna talk about that after I get council comment.
Okay. So I'll yield to him on that and I'll yield to you, but thank you, Ashley, for being here and for taking good care of your mama.
Councilor Dennis Tinto, that's it.
Thank you, Mayor. I'd like to thank the Bureau of County Health and Human Services Pathway Shelter, Rob, for, coming and talking about all this and presenting.
She was out of order. She was out of order.
Personally, I've known Andrea for many, many years, been a very good friend, and she has a heart of gold. I know Sisto, Desiree, Rob, and the thing about you all is you all have hearts of gold. You care. You have a lot of compassion. And I want to thank you all for that. And at this point, regarding the city of Espanola, after a couple of weeks, I'm not going to be here anymore as a city councilor, but of course, the business continues. And I would just like to ask for the city just to please proceed cautiously and what is safe for everybody. We are all humans. As we all grow from childhood, we have different experiences in life, we have different teachings. As Sisto said, life skills, or lack of life skills, a lot of the time. Some went down the road of drugs, alcohol, possibly violence within their inner circle. They try to survive. They just try to survive the best way that they know how. Whether it's day by day or however that they can do it. Others have just happened to fall in hard times. As this could happen to anybody. I think it was mentioned, all of us, most of us could be one paycheck away from being homeless. It could happen to any one of us. And something I don't like is when people do get on their high horse, like it can't happen to me, because it could happen to anybody. So I would just like to ask, the city to please work together with for those that want help and with those that want to collaborate, that want to be a part of this. And again, just please proceed with caution, empathy, compassion, and something to help to ensure the best chances for safety. And of course, always looking out for any type of available resources. And I really do, hope this continues a collaboration and coming up with something not just good but great, for the people that are, going through this, and then of course individuals that, they may be going through some stuff as well, but maybe they're just very private and we don't even know it. So that's a big thing, is collaboration, compassion, and of course working together. It's very important. So thank you all. That's all I have right now. Thanks.
Councilor Aaron Celeste.
Thank you. Desiree, Rob, Sisto, Maya, Andrea, thank you for, it's a hard road, long road, helping the individuals out. And just want to thank you for what you're doing, attempting to do, and hope, like Councilor Salazar mentioned, working together, hopefully get something done. We all know
alcohol, drugs, and have been addicted. And it's hard to know these individuals, hopefully, trying to get them the cure, the place to be. Angelique, thank you for coming out and speaking, we appreciate you. And Carrie, your mother, it's hard, but, thank you. Appreciate you guys.
Mr. Lujan, you wanted to share some of it?
Thank you, Mayor, Councilors. I first want to recognize the city staff that's been instrumental in helping with this and moving it forward and working with Sixto and his group and the county and the pathways is Deputy Chief Kavakasham, my director there, Elijah Mares, Daniel Fresquez, and someone that's not here this evening, Pablo Montoya has been very, very instrumental. And of course, Esperanza Trujillo, our administrator there. If I missed anyone out, I'm sorry, but these people have been, I go there every day. I was there this morning. Sixto, you know that. I'm on Angelique, you and I on a first name basis, since you were behind Walmart. A lot of the people there are. And I think about this a lot, Sixto, and the conversations that you and I have had in my office and on the site. It is Councilor Dennis Kim stated, compassion, empathy. Those are two words that really apply to the situation, right? We're all human beings. Sixto, you alluded to that. And, I looked at a lot of the communities around us, Santa Fe, even Taos, and of course Albuquerque when we met with Mayor Keller about 3 weeks ago. Our mayor took it upon himself to go and walk the back of that camp when it was behind Walmart and talk to the people, talking to them in the parking lot of Walmart, talking to them in the encampment, wanting to know what their issues are, what the city could do. And that is the start of being part of the problem to this, the solution to the problem. We know what the problem is. We do. 2 weeks later, the mayor instructed me we're moving forward to creating a social services division. You're gonna create this position, you're gonna create a director, and we have it, it's being advertised. I believe I have 3 or 4 applicants right now. And the position's gonna be a couple of directives that have applied to it. It's gonna be one, it's going to help facilitate the opiate money, and the second to work with the homeless. And it's something that we need to do. It's obviously that Uriba's got a hand up on us, Santa Fe County does. And this is a problem everywhere. Everywhere. Small town Espanola has hit us. But if we can get control of it, and every day, Deputy Chief Wickersham comes and briefs me on everything that's going on. Sixto comes to see me at the end of the day to say, this is what's going on. It's a positive thing that's going on down there. They're not in anybody's neighborhood. They're not out doing anything, any males or any arrests out there in the community. It's a contained situation. Their dumpsters are there every Monday and every Thursday ready to be picked up by the sanitation department. The buckets of needles that are there that you guys have provided, Sixto. The encampment is clean. Mary, you've gone, you've seen it. I invite any counselors to go and see it. It's, my daughter who lives in Seattle sent me an article today that the city of Seattle, 20 times bigger than Espanola, created the first encampment just recently for the homeless. And imagine that population. When Mayor Keller told us, Mayor Hill, that he was going back to that concept now. Because when they built those 200 little houses, they're only being occupied by 15, 16 people, but surrounded by tents, because they don't meet the qualifications. Pablo Montoya, Deputy Chief Wick, they went and they had these individuals that are living on campus sign waivers. So we know who's there. we know who's in what tent they're accounted for. I know that the young lady's not here that works at the food place down here, I think in Apple Valley, so they go and they feed, right? They're providing meals. So we've started something that's starting to work, and it's having an effect on our community in a positive way. It's having a positive effect on these people's lives, and it's changing them. When I see Angelique now, to the first time I met her a month ago in that encampment, you know, Angelique, you're coming a long way, but you're listening, and you want to get help. I know that. And the individuals that are coming out and saying, I want help, I need help me. To Councilor Benavides, who's helping to get housing situated, to just what you guys do on a daily basis, going and it's showing something. And it's helping these people to somewhere they didn't have these options. They didn't have these choices. They didn't know what to do or where to go. They knew a different life that was not, that involved law enforcement. And then you see at the meetings that we have, the task force meetings, law enforcement is there. Yes, they are. But they don't go and harass. And it's good to know that you're here and that we put something together that's going to work and we've got a concept down. What happens in 2 weeks or at the beginning of next month, we've got a concept down, and whatever we adjust to, whatever the governing body's wishes are, I have to follow. And in the beginning of the month, I'll be working with the new council. Both new councilors are in the room, Mr. Ledoux and Ms. Toya. So it's good to see that they're involved and they come and make comment. Councilor-elect Ledoux. So it's a working concept. You know, I don't know how much more I can say. Sixto, you and I have talked so much about it and how it's working. Desiree, I went 2 months in a meeting. Maya, you, Jake, myself, you know, we've got to work together to keep this continue going the pathways with the new director. Councilor Benavides is informing me it's going to be great to work with. And I look forward to the future. And I hope we're continuing on the positive road. You know, keeping a tight loop around with Deputy Chief Whip, with Elijah Mares, Daniel, Chief Garcia, my team that's down there with you guys, helping, assisting, working with you. It's working. And I'm glad that you're here, that you're able to tell the governing body, the mayor, you know, positive. That, you know, we're not there, and I don't know what's going on as far as what the sheriff was doing down there, looking for someone with a warrant, whatever, but you're not gonna see that from our police department unless we have to, right? We've discussed that. Chief Garcia has explained that. And when the mayor gave the order and the directive that there should be no live fires out there, no fires anywhere, it's happening. There's no fires. And it's clean. It's a clean encampment. And it's being run that way. I don't know if your mother's heading it up, Mama D, as you call her, Angelique, if she's heading it up, because she seems to be a very respectable person within that realm. But it's working. And Mayor, Council, thank you for indulging me. Thank you for having the input that I get from all of you when I call you and I ask you, what do you think? Councilor Manny Martinez, is he on?
Yeah.
Yes.
Councilor Manny Martinez, he called me. We had a very long discussion about it, and he of course, has been part of the solution, and his concerns, he alluded to them and said, this is a suggestion I have. And, you know, believe me, Council, I took that to heart, and this is something that I'll bring before the task force, so we can start working on it and moving forward with it again in a positive direction. And I met with all of you, I've discussed it, whether it's myself or Esperanza, Pro Tem, you and I, of course, have had many discussions. And it's not straining my services out there. It's not straining my sanitation. I mean, with Elijah and Daniel, it's not straining my fire services. So it's working. And it's a step in the right direction for how we control this situation this way. I'm sure there's other ways, Mayor, councilors, but we were rushed. We were not anticipating Okiawinga doing what they did. It's their property. They chose to take us. We were not prepared. We were preparing, and we're meeting. We're trying to put a game plan together. We just got caught off guard. I believe it was a Monday morning, and we had to make a decision. And it appears to me we made the right one. So, Mayor, councilors, I was going to do that in my report from the manager, but this opportunity came about, so thank you, Mayor, councilors.
Chief Garcia?
Pretty much, I think, just
Chief,
like,
can you come up so that we can be, or you can use Debbie's.
Your Honor, Mayor Pro Tem, governing body. I think all the people at the table have seen me at the meetings. Ms. Lentini, I've worked with her quite a bit. I've always said that homelessness isn't a law enforcement issue, but what I've seen is that we do play a part, and we are changing that perception. And to be honest with you, that day when they were initially asked to move out, I received 2 phone calls from people at that camp. Everyone says, how did they get your phone number? My phone number's out there. So I appreciated the calls. I made some calls. I think I told the city manager it was happening. But what I want you all to know, and we stopped by there just to chat. I think Sisto knows I walked through there. It's not a matter ever of harassment, and that's not what we do. As a matter of fact, recently we've gone over our mission statement. We have had no calls for service. As Lieutenant came in now, we're talking about things that are going on in other parts of the city. I have had no calls there. There's been no calls for service at that encampment since it started. Nothing at all, not at all. We do drive by there, I'll pull over and get out and look, walk along the ridge, but if they don't call me to go down, I don't. We've had 0. I think this relationship that we've had between law enforcement now and the encampment has been very positive. I think it's giving a different perspective on who we are in law enforcement. Like I've said, we're there for every segment of Espanola. Whether you have a house, whether you don't have a house, whether you have a job, you don't have a job. It doesn't matter to us. We're going to respond, and I think we have. I was always very proud when we handled the situation that happened at Pathways, where we found everyone that was involved. We had an incident where someone thought it was wise to fire automatic weapons over the heads of the tents in the parking lot. That was a priority. We ended up arresting everybody involved in that. So I just like to say, so far with us, the police department has been very positive. Also, I do get calls from them still, just asking me what's going on. But I think we're heading in the right direction. I apologize. Yesterday, Ms. Lentini missed the meeting. I was caught up with the mayor and the city manager on a separate issue last night. But I do make the majority of those meetings, and I'm always there. Like I say, it is a law enforcement issue because we want to know what's going on because we are part of that community. So I want to say thank you all for having the fortitude and the strength to be up here before the governing body and to express what you all do.
Councilor Justin Salazar Torres.
Thank you. Can you all listen all right?
Yes.
Thank you all for being with us this evening. I wholeheartedly appreciate it. It's a comment and a question. Where are our state and federal delegations to help us with this? Because the comment is, as a municipality, 2 counties, 2 pueblos, we can't do it. We can't do this alone without the help of the powers that be. And I guess I'm pleading for some help because we can sit here all night and everybody can be opinionated and give solutions, but quite frankly, they're the big dogs. They've got the pocket. They've got what we need as a municipality to receive some help on this. So if we reached out, what are we doing? I know we have this task force that is formed or is forming, but we need to reach out to the state and federal delegations and plead for help because we obviously Thank you.
Mayor Pro Tem Peggy Sue Martinez.
Thank you. Direct my question to City Manager Ramon, concerning a timeline for the task force to be formed and also for the social services director to be hired.
Madam Mayor, Madam Mayor Pro Tem, the task force has basically been formed without the, and I'm glad Councilor Salazar Torres brought that up. I can't get the cooperation from either pueblo. It's been a difficult challenge. I'm gonna reach out to Okie Wing, who's been more cooperative and has at least sent someone to fall asleep at the meetings, but nevertheless, they show up. And Santa Clara gets no response. But I'm gonna, working along with the county manager, Jeremy Maestas, and we have formed Ms. Lentini's group, and the other organizations, that we just all come together as one. And look to, you know, I think she stated it well, that we put everything aside, our personalities, our animosities, and work together, because therein lies the solutions. Maybe not permanent, maybe not what a lot of people like, but as we move forward in a positive direction. So we'll continue to grow that. And as far as hiring a social service director, the position closes, I believe, Friday, and so we'll start interviews next week.
Good luck with that, and look forward to what the task force can do to communicate and keep this working group functioning as a group. So thank you all again for your input today, and thank you fellow councilors for your comments.
Right, if there's no further comment, I want to thank you for coming this evening, indulging the council, giving an update. Again, members of the council are invited to set up some time with Ms. Esperanza Trujillo and the manager, the chief, and that they'll take you down to the encampment, and you're more than welcome to check out the encampment. Mr. Lujan, I'm hopeful for the hiring of the social services director that can develop a transitional plan and facilitate dialogue and bring everyone together. The city has expended a lot of resources in other departments like police, fire, and the manager's office, that ultimately I don't believe that we should be spending so much time on that. I wish the manager would be managing departments of the city, police department, police chiefs managing police department, fire departments managing fire department. That's why I really strongly told Mr. Lujan, I think that we need to have somebody aboard. And in talks, we had a meeting back in August 2023 that we needed to hire someone to administer the opioid money, so we're carrying that out. This person's going to help assist with that as well. So I think that devoting resources full-time, someone from the city, will help us develop a transitional plan and have an actual point of contact from the city of Espanola to be representing the city of Espanola at all these meetings and such, corresponding with us and continuing that dialogue and setting that up, from setting the mission and vision from the city of Espanola aspect with these task force. So thank you, Mr. Yuhan.
This is just a suggestion. If you guys hire somebody with lived experience, hire a CPSW, you know, we have that lived experience, you know, we can help out a lot, you know, I'm not saying, you know, but just give it a thought, right? And I just want to say once again, thank you guys for hearing this out. And, you know, like I said, I got a little nervous, but, you know, everybody knows what Hisham got down there at the cab too, and Pablo, and even some of the other firefighters, you know, they've always stopped in and, hey, you know, if you ever, you know, want us to just come out, we want to help out too, you know, so I really appreciate everybody involved, you know, like I said, all the feedback that we've been getting, you know, from them that are there at the encampment, you know, that nobody's harassing them except for people that are just acting very cool, you know, but thank you again, everybody involved.
Thank you.
Councilor Carmen. I did one, I see Bryce. Are you still here in the audience, Bryce? I just got a call about a water leak at 1006 Hill Street. The water's running down the street. Thank you.
Look, James. Me and Zach, buddy. Look, James. Me and Zach, bro. Look, James. It's me and Zach.
Stay away, James. Stay away.
It's me and Zach, bro.
Yes, I got all the information. I should be, because I don't know what's
All right, guys. I'm gonna end it. Thank you guys for joining. I have a long drive home. Thank you guys for being here. James, I'll call you in a few. Thank you guys. I appreciate you guys coming in, showing love, support. Pretty hilarious. This is a big clown show. That little guy that's right there, you see this? Where's my finger? Oh, I can't even do it. Okay, this little guy right here is a little police chief. I don't know, witchy bitchy. There's no tacos. We're in Espanola. We eat taco trucks. Thanks, James. Thank you guys. Everybody, every single person in here. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you guys. You guys are awesome. Until next time.